Colin, I think you did touch on this, but I just want to tease it out a little bit more. You are national in scope, and I'd love to know what does that mean in the province of Quebec, for instance, and in also rural areas as well.
Yes. So in the province of Quebec, that's really, really important. That's representation on our board. That's representation in the staff complement. That's representation in terms of the town halls that I mentioned. As an example, we had one focused on healthcare. We've had two actually focused on healthcare.
Right.
One was specific to COVID, and one was more broadly, and both had both English and French language sessions, and we had sort of breakout rooms, and there was one specific to Quebec, in addition to ones focused on other parts of the country. We also so that's in terms of receiving information, but we also engage organizations in Quebec. So whether it's the group Twansette, who was quite involved, or the Côte de Neige Business Association also. But we've certainly had engagement with a number of community organizations in Quebec, and that's important. And we've also worked with a number of other partners on particular issues. COVID-19 was one where we did some work with the Privy Council office, and that work was, of course, in French, and so we did that, and with a number of physicians and other individuals across the community. So that's quite important, and we've had an explicit focus on Quebec, because we do think that when it comes to national endeavors, sometimes the Quebec contribution isn't sort of fully incorporated or appreciated sometimes, and that goes for rural. And so what we do say is that, the experience of a Black individual in Toronto is very different than in Fort McMurray, or in much smaller centers like Moose Jaw. It's incredibly important that we hear, we engage, and we do the outreach to talk to individuals right across the country. There's a lot of Black individuals in Alberta involved in our oil and gas exploration and the energy sector, that have been quite active in participating with the Black Opportunity Fund as well. In terms of giving us insight, they've been extremely passionate. So it is intentional, and we have a lot of volunteers. We have hundreds of volunteers, and when asked, well, what do all those volunteers do? Part of the job description is helping us to do that outreach right across the country, and also into the territories as well. And we've had some good engagement from folks working in the territories.
We've got just over a minute left, Colin. What's next for the organization?
We put our heads down and we continue to deliver. So we raise capital from corporations and individuals, and hopefully in the future from government partners as one side. But we ultimately have to deliver. We got to get capital into the community. We have to do it in a great way, and then we have to ensure that we work with the individuals that we support, and the organizations and the businesses, and we work with them to deliver the outcomes. So ultimately, that's our focus. We want to make positive change, and so it's more, getting more work done.